Now we're on a train to London. This is the Victoria station. We decided to get on a bus and do the bus tour. That way we could get an idea what London was all about. Seeing the sights. Lots and lots of very old buildings. They've got their own Times Square type billboard set up here. Westminster Abbey. There's Big Ben, River Thames. There's the Eye. You'll see more pictures of that later. Lots of bridges across there. Here's a close-up of the Eye and the gondolas. There's a bridge that seems to be under construction. There's the Tower Bridge. Got squished a little bit in the translation. We took a boat trip up and down. There's the Tower of London. Here we have a gargoyle, lots of gargoyles. They were actually downspouts for the drainage off the roofs. Water would come out of their mouths. There's the Tower Bridge off behind the Tower of London. The Tower of London was a citadel for hundreds and hundreds of years, 1,000 years, being added on to by many different people. Going under one of the bridges here on our boat trip. There's the Eye in the distance. They had a big boat there, the HMS Belfast, that you could tour. There's Westminster Abbey. Another shot of Big Ben. Here we are heading off to Torquay. Zoe and Isaac and Jess went and here's a first sight of Stonehenge, just a shot from the highway through the window. You can see the car mirror there. This is what it looks like across the street from that. Here's our apartment in Torquay. Here's a view of the bay there. Some of the beaches, some of the houses. There's a train in the distance there with the smoke. Here's me driving on the wrong side of the road. There's a little pub we went to that was quite interesting. It was harder than heck to get to because of the little narrow roads. It was very picturesque sitting on the river here. Kids had a good time out on the pier looking at fish and throwing rocks. This is a ride back. We stopped off at another little beach after driving through these narrow little thatched roof road streets. It's kind of a rugged little beach. Tom being affectionate with Mom. Mom finding a alien-looking seaweed. Place Brian took the kids to climb up a rock. Jess and Zoe bringing up the rear. It's pretty treacherous looking. And they went up to this precipice and held on tight. This is Ozzy bouncing out of the closet at our hotel. Here we went to see Stella in her apartment and had a wonderful dinner there. Stella is Brian's mom, Jessica's great aunt. And we went to a place called Model Village And the whole place is little miniature models of all kinds of famous stuff and not so famous. Little tiny cars, little tiny people, houses. The kids weren't that impressed. Then we drove on to Dartmouth. This is where we get on the ferry. You can see us driving down into the water. Here's crossing on the ferry, crossing the Dart River. That's why it's called Dartmouth. There's the mouth of the Dart. Little castle there. Here we are in Dartmouth, walking along the picturesque streets. A little restaurant we ate in. Tom didn't want to, so he decided to go outside. And this gargoyle stared at him. Little shopping. Naturally a bookstore. This is an interesting little ruins on the top of the hill here above Dartmouth. Here we are trying to get off the ferry, but Zoe had a little difficulty with navigation and hung up on the edge of the ramp. And here are the ferry guys using good old British ingenuity to put something under there. Zoe was a little freaked. Not bad. Here's on our way back. Pleasant beaches. Interesting sign. Now we're heading up to Bath. This is a bridge built in the 1700s, suspension bridge. Here we are in Bath. Bath being an old Roman stronghold where they found mineral waters that they found quite beneficial, that they built a whole temple around it. This is the entrance, and here we are inside. You can see where they excavated down, and that's the big pool people used to soak in. Here's some of the ruins of the temple that used to sit there. And here's the original water source of the water coming out. And then we drove down to Stonehenge. Unfortunately, it had closed 5 minutes before we got there, but we did get to walk up to the fence around it and take these shots. They don't let you touch it anymore. And this is across the street from Stonehenge. Just open farmland fields.